And then whatever information that you learn, bring that into your intention, your mantra, affirmation. And then find that still position. Take a few slow, deep breaths in, breathing in through your nose. Find that pause at the top of the breath and then breathe it out. If it feels comfortable, breathe it out your mouth. So breathing in, pausing, breathing out. And then just allow your breath to come to its own rhythm. Closing your eyes if you haven't already. Bring your awareness to your tailbone, the soles of your feet, whichever just feels right today. And imagine those roots, strings, vines, whatever it is that you want to imagine going into the earth, passing the dirt, continuing down further and further through the earth. Fast or slow, it doesn't matter. Noticing any sensations as you send your energy down into the very core, the very center of Mother Earth. And whatever you picture there, sometimes I see a tree, sometimes I see a big crystalline structure. Take your roots and attach them anywhere that you wish, anything that feels right today. Take a moment here, ask. For me, I always send loving energy into the earth. Set an intention here, whatever feels right. And feel that grounding energy gently begin to rise back up into the soles of the feet, into the tailbone. Feel it beginning to just cycle through your entire body. Asking to ground you in this moment and for however long you wish. And then gently begin to open your eyes, making your way onto your back. Take movement on the way there, movement as you arrive here. Kind of settling into the ground. Beautiful. And then we're going to come into a reclined tree pose. So you can extend that left leg out straight the best you can and pull that right foot in. It can come to the inner thigh, it can go to the calf. Hands can be anywhere that just feel comfortable today. And just settling in and taking a few breaths here, really just allowing your day to pass. Bringing yourself into this current moment where we're finding this grounded energy. If this just feels exactly what you need, feel free to stay here. And our next pose is gently bring that right knee in towards the chest. Stretch the sole of the foot up to the sky. Hold onto your thigh here or walk your hands a little bit higher. Half happy baby. Breathe in. As you breathe out, release either pose. You can bring your knees lifted, feet on the floor, or knees in towards the chest. Find a little movement before we switch over to that left side. And switch it over. Right leg out straight, left foot into the inner thigh or to the calf. Reclined tree pose. Hands anywhere that just feel right. Slow, deep breaths. 'Same option, stay here or lift the left foot, hold onto the thigh, calf, reach for the outside of the foot. Find your edge. Two more breaths wherever you are. And slowly and gently begin to release, finding any movement, wiggles, or stretches. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to roll over onto one side. We're going to make our way all the way to tabletop position. Take your time, find any movement along the way, or when you arrive here, take a few cat cows when you arrive here, wiggle through the hips. Beautiful option to sink the hips back on the inhale. Bring the hips forward. You get to choose how far you go. So this could be halfway or this could be child's pose all the way into cobra. Another option, if it feels right for you and your body today, is bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, begin to curl the toes, lift the knees round, and on the exhale, come back to center. Combination of anything that feels good for you and your body here. Slowly begin to make your way back to this tabletop position. Walk your hands over to the left. Bring that right foot forward. So low lunge, use any support that your body needs today. I took my right foot over to the right side of my mat. So I'm taking more of kind of a tadpole variation, a little bit wider in the hips. That's always an option here. And same thing, kind of like we just did. We can do what we normally do. And exhale, sink the hips back, lift the right toes, half split stretch to lunge. Option to change from this. So step that right foot forward. On your exhale, step it back and across. Take a little lean back here. So lift it forward to the top of the mat. Take it to the back of your mat or take it back and across. Or coming back to your lunge, sit in your lunge, 3 full breaths here. Find that space that feels right for you and your body. And then release back to tabletop position. Find any movement here. And switch it over to the opposite side. So left foot forward, the center or to the left side of your mat. Really feeling into the hips. Great week to let go of any trauma that's added in the hips or in the lower body. Any blockages, anything there that needs to shift and move. And then same option, you can come into that half split stretch, holding or moving with the breath. Your practice, your body, your choice. Or that same movement that we did on the other side. So plant the palms on the exhale. Take the left foot, maybe take it to the back of the mat, maybe cross it over to that bottom right corner, and just find that movement here. Slowly making our way back into our lunge. And when you arrive here, 3 full breaths. Same thing, release to tabletop position. Any movement here. But you can come to a seated position again, or just bring the knees underneath the hips. Bring hips to heels and lift up. Now opening through the heart center. So you can come all the way into camel pose if your body feels ready for that. If not, just from any seated position, you can walk your hands behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades and lifting your chest up towards the ceiling. As long as you're feeling a sensation of a stretch through the front of the chest here, and then option to add to it, just opening the heart chakra, clearing out anything that needs to go here. And slowly and gently begin to release. Find movement wherever in your body needs to move after that. We'll all make our way to a seated position, or if that's comfortable, hips to your heels, you can stay in that position. Any comfortable position as we kind of move to the upper body for a moment. Find some neck circles, some movement with the shoulders. Beautiful. And then once again, find that grounded feeling with the lower body. Inhale, begin to reach the arms up towards the sky. Breathe it in. As you breathe out, relax the shoulders down. Breathe in, find that lift, that gentleness, that lightness. As you breathe out, we're going over to the right. So drop that left hand, lean up and over to the right. Inhale, reach hands back to center. Exhale over to the other side and continue that movement. Feel free to hold or add a twist. Even it out. Bring the hands back, reaching for the sky. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Big deep breath in. Release it out. And then stretch the feet out in front of you, Dandasana staff pose. Wiggle around, find that evenness on the sit bones, and take a forward fold. As you breathe in, lift. As you breathe out, round and lean forward. Two more breaths here. Inhale, rise up. Bring the feet to the floor, widen the feet just a little bit, knees lifted. Lift up. So we're not rounding and slouching here. We're pointing that tailbone down towards the earth, straight spine. Use your fingertips to help support you. Breathe in. As you breathe out, rock the legs over to the right side of your mat. Option to stay lifted, or maybe you fold forward here. Holding this position for a few breaths, or inhale, lift the feet forward, exhale over to the left. You can take this faster or nice and soft and gentle. Take two more breaths. wherever you are. And just slowly make your way back to center. Windshield wipers or stretch the legs out, whatever feels more comfortable here. And then a seated twist. So we'll stretch our feet back out in Dandasana pose. And we'll take that right leg. You can keep it on that right side or cross it over to the left. Lift up nice and tall. As you exhale, twist over to the right. Breathing in, find that lift. As you breathe out, release, unravel any movement before we switch over to the other side. And stretch out the right leg, left leg bends. It can cross over the right if that feels comfortable. Lift up nice and tall. Exhale, twist over the left. Let the shoulders relax. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, release. Same thing. Any movement that feels good here. Making our way back to tabletop position. Any movement along the way or when you arrive here as well. We'll make our way into puppy pose. So walking the knees underneath the hips, beginning to lift the tailbone up. Bring the forearms down towards the ground, forehead down to the floor. Option to straighten the arms out. Well, inhale slowly and gently, begin to lift the head. Walk the knees back, bring the belly down to the floor. Take your Sphinx pose. Readjust however you need to. Option to go ahead and add that half frog here or release down into crocodile, elbows out, hands stack, and then kind of roll onto that left side to bring that right knee vaguely in line with the hip, flexing the toes. Lift up to Sphinx or stay relaxed down. Inhale, lift. You can come to crocodile pose, stay and relax, or lift up, come onto that left shin, straighten out the right leg, and find this one leg rock, hips forward, hips back. No. Beautiful. Make your way back onto your belly, meeting in crocodile pose. And we'll switch to our half frog on the left side, sliding that inner thigh, lifting up into half sphinx or staying relaxed in our crocodile pose. 8 full breaths here, nice and slow. Same thing, releasing back into crocodile pose or that same movement on this side, extending that left foot out to the left side of your mat. Rocks with the hips forward and back. Then we'll all slowly make our way back to tabletop position. For our last time through this practice, find any movement that feels good here. Take child's pose, cat cows. And then coming back to that seated position. Movement when you arrive here, as always. And from here, we'll make our way into fire log pose. So we're going to tuck that left leg underneath the right leg on top. You can always bring the right leg in front if that feels a little bit more comfortable for you and your body today. Option to round the back, lean forward, or just keep it nice and straight and relax shoulders. Three more breaths here. Breathe in. As you breathe out, begin to unravel. Stretch the legs forward. Shake the legs out. Any movement that feels good here. And then switch it out. So right leg goes on the bottom, left leg on top on this side. Find what feels good for you and your body. And then round and lean forward or stay lifted. 8 full breaths. Breathe in as you breathe out. Same thing. Unravel, find movement. And then any comfortable seated position. Lift it up nice and tall with a straight spine. Breathe in. As you breathe out, tuck your chin to your chest. So this can be a moving or a stretch here. You can just gently begin to rock the chin from left to right, maybe holding it, pointing the chin towards a collarbone, or maybe you add the weight. So fingertips to the back of the head or palms to the back of the head. So your choice, or a little of both. Wherever you are, try and let the shoulders really relax, arms relax. Slowly on your next breath in, begin to lift, move through the neck, the shoulders. Then we'll begin to make our way on to our backs. Finding any movement as you arrive here. Bring back your mantra, your affirmation, your intention for that grounded feeling that we found at the very beginning of our practice. And then we'll come in to our crescent moon pose. So begin to stretch the feet, if you haven't already, down to the bottom of your mat. Reach your arms to the top of the mat, laying as flat as you possibly can. Elbows can bend. And then just walk your head pointing towards that top right corner, your wrists and hands, and then walk your feet. Cross the left ankle over the right if you need a little bit extra today, or just relax down. Breathe in. As you breathe out, release back to center. Feel free to bend the knees, rock the knees, finding a little bit of movement before we switch over to the left. And begin to stretch out, taking the heels to that bottom left corner, top of the head and hands over, finding your crescent moon pose on this side. Cross the right ankle over the left if that feels a little bit better today. Breathe in. As you breathe out, return to center. Come back to that movement. Beautiful. Then we'll come into legs up a wall pose. If you're close enough to have a chair that you can put your feet on or a wall, feel free to do so. Or if you've got a prop that makes this a little bit easier, you can always bring something underneath your lower back. We're just going to lift the feet. Knees can bend here. You just want to press that lower back into your prop or onto the floor and have the feet lifted. Breathe in. As you breathe out, release. Come into the supported bridge. If you're on your props, you can stay here or onto your back, and then heel toe or walk the feet together. Let the knees open, recline, butterfly, and lay your hands just anywhere that just feels natural today. And then slowly begin to move. Any last minute wiggles or stretches or movements that just feel good for you and your body before we settle into that final pose. And begin to find your way into that most comfortable position where you can relax for the last few minutes of our practice today. I'm going to add a little something new after we do our normal relaxation, a little body emotion awareness as we focused and worked on our grounding this or today. I was going to say this week. We might still do it Wednesday. We'll see how it goes. But since we focus a lot on grounding everything to help us through this wild, crazy week, we'll do the same thing with our bodies. So let's let them get relaxed first. So start with your breath, breathing in, releasing out. Breathe in, find that pause at the top of the breath. Breathe out, let it flow. Slow, deep breath in. Pause and release. Let your breath come back to its own natural rhythm. And then send your awareness down to your feet. Feel your feet. Release all tension, tightness, and feel your feet completely relax. Feel your ankles relax. Feel your shins, your calves relax. Feel your knees soften and relax. Feel your thighs completely relax. Bring your awareness to your hips. Feel tension, tightness, release, and feel your hips relax. Allow your pelvis and your lower back to relax. Your belly and the middle of your back relaxes. Your chest and your shoulder blades relax. Feel that relaxation spread up into the shoulders and trickle down the arms, relaxing the upper arms, forearms, and hands. Feel the back of your neck and your throat relax. Your jaw, your cheeks, eyes, and face relax. Your entire body feels completely relaxed. Bring your awareness back into your third eye, to your imagination, and imagine a box. In a plain room, the room can be any color you wish, but there's nothing else in this room but a box. And you know that you're standing on the side of the box. It's open, there's nothing inside. And then you bring your awareness back to your body and you think of something that you want to release. Scanning the body from the top of your head down to your toes, notice any sensations or feelings. And then bring that thing that you want to release in to your mind, into the room and into the box. And gently let it go. Take a moment and scan your body. Notice again how it feels. Take a few moments and repeat this as many times as you wish. Scanning the body after you release, just noticing. And then when you've finished, imagining a heavy lid and closing it down. Maybe imagine a seal, maybe imagine a lock. And then coming back and scanning your body, noticing how it feels. Lighter, more relaxed, more comfortable. And then for any of those empty spaces, bring something into your mind that you love, that you feel it tingle in your chest and your belly when you think about it. And if you can't think of anything, imagine it. And then bring into mind, let it fill up your entire body, something that you're grateful for. You have released some baggage, some negativity, anything you wished. Your body and spirit and mind feel lighter. Your body speaks in a language. You just listen. For example, think of a worry in this relaxed, calm, peaceful state. Think of a worry that you have. And notice where you feel that in your body. And then let it go. And think of another. And just notice where you feel any sensations. And then one more. And let it go. And then bring back that feeling of love and gratitude that you filled your entire being with. And notice how that feels. Fill your entire being with peace and spend a few moments here just to relax. And then slowly and gently beginning to bring movement back to your physical body. Start with your hands, your feet. And then begin to find movement, any movement that just feels good to bring yourself back. Bring back that grounded feeling that roots into Mother Earth. When you're ready, begin to roll over onto one side. And then gently and slowly begin to make your way back to that seated position, bringing awareness to self to notice how you feel as you arrive here. Beautiful. Bring your hands in any comfortable position that just feels right and repeat my words in your mind. Say to yourself today, I am absolutely amazing. Tell yourself, I am imperfectly perfect just the way that I am. Say to yourself, I am worthy. And say to yourself, I am enough. Take a slow, deep breath in. Exhale, release it out. Beautiful job.